Hello and welcome back to another football commentaries live stream, and we are back where the best in the world of football face the best. A competition which is wanted to be won by all teams involved, but can only be won by one. For Barcelona, they have won it 5 times compared to Bayern Munich's 6. Giants, they once were. Barcelona have had a tough last couple seasons and months, including that loss of Lionel Messi, scraping signings for free, financially unstable, and the fans on the club's back. For a team with huge respect, the Catalonians are losing their pedigree in the European game. The German Giants come into this season with another league title and have already won the German Super Cup this season, beating Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park. Koeman just about kept his job at Barcelona, finished third last season, but there is a change for Bayern as well in their management. Julian Nagelsmann comes in from RB Leipzig. Whilst doing that, he has brought some of his own players from Leipzig into his team at Bayern Munich, with the promising centre-back in the game with Upamecano, the Frenchman. He's now at Bayern Munich, and also bringing club captain Marcel Sabitzer over to Bayern Munich. Both clubs coming into the season with trophies on their mind, and when starting the Champions League is what both clubs want. But who will take the 3 points, or will the spoils be shared between Barcelona and Bayern Munich? We are at the new camp for this game. I'm excited. We've already had one big upset in the Champions League tonight. You may have heard, you may have seen it. Manchester United beaten 2-1 by Young Boys. Absolutely insane scenes in Switzerland. I couldn't believe it. I think it was an absolute mess from Solskjaer. Everything about the game was a mess. The subs, the performance, the red card, just everything went wrong for Manchester United. So this competition is already showing that it can cause upsets. I will keep you up to date with the game's results elsewhere during this game. I'll run through the games. So we've already had Sevilla 1, RB Salzburg 1, and we've had obviously Young Boys 2, Manchester United 1. So the rest of the games tonight is Lille, Wolfsburg, Villarreal, Atalanta, Chelsea, the defending champions, take on Zenit, Malmo against Juventus. The game tonight, Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, and Dynamo Kiev versus Benfica. The games tonight, and then the games tomorrow, if you're interested, is Besiktas Dortmund, Sheriff versus Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan take on Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid against Porto, Club Brugge welcome Messi and PSG, Liverpool take on Milan. That's a very, very famous and historic fixture for both teams, winning Champions League against each other in back-to-back years. Manchester City will take on a tough, sturdy RB Leipzig team, but they are without their manager now, Julian Nagelsmann, Upamecano and Marcel Sabitzer. And then Sporting Lisbon take on Ajax. That's tomorrow, but we've got the games today. I'm excited. Because I've started college, commentaries are going to be very less frequent than last year. Last year I was doing 1 or 2 a week. Now it's going to be one every 2 weeks, one every week if I can, but it's more like going to be 1 every 2 weeks. I don't have the time. I'm incredibly busy. But when I do get to commentate, I'm going to put all my effort and all my energy into the game, because, you know, I'm not going to be able to do it as often as I usually can. So let's have a look at the comments. Hotdog9042 says hi. Hello. Venomix is here. 3-0 Bayern Munich. I'm so happy Manchester United lost as a Liverpool fan, but I'm still gutted for I don't care about Ronaldo and United. If they lose, they lose. You know, I'm not feeling sorry for anyone. If I must admit, it's the way the game goes. You know, don't feel sorry for Ronaldo. He's won enough in his career. He doesn't need any sympathy after losing 2-1 to Young Boys. But we are just 9 minutes away from kickoff. Very excited for this game. Hope you are as well. We're going to go through the lineups. Get some score predictions in. If you already haven't, we've already got a 3-0 Bayern Munich. We are at the new camp for today's game. And let's go through the lineups. Let's go. Ter Stegen in net for Barcelona. Was injured for the first 2 league games. He wasn't in the Germany squad for the last international break, but he's back from a knee injury and will play in tonight's game. Ronald Araujo, the Uruguayan 6'4" centre-back, is alongside 2 other centre-halves in a back 3 of Gerard Piqué and former Manchester City centre-back Eric Garcia, who played all the minutes at the Olympics and was also a irregular starter, you could say, for Spain in the Euro. Sergio Roberto will take a wing-back position alongside Jordi Alba on the opposite flank with three midfielders sandwiched in between of Sergio Busquets, Frankie de Jong, and forever playing Pedri at the age of only 18. He's played so many games. 68 games I counted for club and country last season. Absolutely ridiculous. And then you could say, not the most star-studded front two that you've ever seen in Barcelona shirts. Luke de Jong and Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay, a very good player. We know that he's evolved and matured a lot since the United days. He's a fantastic player now. He's got 2 goals in his last 2 in this season. He got 5 goals in the international break, 2 against Montenegro and a hat-trick against Turkey. And yeah, his partner is new signing Luke de Jong when they had to rush and sell Antoine Griezmann. Their last protocol in terms of a signing to replace him was Luke de Jong, 6'2" Dutch striker, who's at the age of 31 now. Decent record in the Champions League. He's played 29 times in the Champions League. This is his 30th appearance. 9 goals. Not bad. I don't know what they're expecting from him. It's obviously not quite Griezmann and the quality of Griezmann, but this is where Barcelona are at now. You know, struggling for signings. I said it in the pre-match build-up there. They're scraping free signings to try and get through. It's tough. Anyway, their substitutes are Neto in goal, the Brazilian. Iñaki Pina is on the bench. Serginho Dest, who's returning from a sprained ankle. He gets back on the bench. Oscar Mingueza, Clement Longley, Samuel Umtiti are also on the bench. 3 centre-halves. Alex Balde Martinez, the young 17-year-old left-back, makes the bench. Nico Gonzalez, Ricky Puig, Gavi also make the bench as midfielders. Yusuf Demir, the young 18-year-old winger, he's on loan currently from Rapid Vienna, he makes the bench, alongside forgotten man, you could say, in terms of his quality and ability, Philippe Coutinho. Not been in the Brazil squad for a while. He wasn't in it in the international break. He's yet to play a game this season so far, but he's on the bench for today's game. Can he make it? Can he get on the pitch? I love Coutinho I was going to say Manchester City at Liverpool. I thought he was absolutely fantastic, and I think he can really become a player at Barcelona if they just give him the time and the freedom on the pitch, because you don't turn rubbish overnight. You know, he's still got the quality that we've seen from Philippe Coutinho. He had a great spell at Bayern Munich, not last season, season before. So he can do it. Subbing Ronaldo off, and the red card killed the game. Yeah, Pog. Barca 2, Bayern 2, so some goals there. I'm going to quickly rattle through the Bayern Munich team. Forever present, and forever will be around, I feel, in the game in some magnitude. Manuel Neuer, 100th Champions League appearance for him tonight. That does include 2 qualifying matches he played previously in the competition, so 100 in altogether in the Champions League for the 35-year-old goalkeeper. Benjamin Pavard makes the back 4 with a start at right back. Nicolas Soule gets the nod ahead of Lucas Hernandez at centre back to play alongside Deo Upamecano. Alphonso Davies makes the left back role. 2 holding midfielders of Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich, 2 German central defensive midfielders, and both at the age of 26. Jamal Musiala switched nationality from English to German. He starts on the right wing with Thomas Muller in behind Robert Lewandowski with Leroy Sané on the left. And can we just admire the stats of Robert Lewandowski? He's already got 6 goals in the Bundesliga so far this season. He scored in every single league game so far. He also got 2 goals in the Super Cup. He got 3 goals and 3 assists in the international break. He's a goal machine. He never stops. He starts up front for Bayern Munich. Their bench is Sven Ulreich, Bouna Sarr, Stanisic, Lucas Hernandez, Niansu Omar Richards, signed from Reading in the summer, Mark Roca, Marcel Sabitzer, Mikel Cousins, Serge Gnabry, Kingsley Coman, and Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting make the bench. No room for quarantined Tolisso on the bench for Bayern Munich, and also an injury for Martin Braithwaite for Barcelona means he's not in the squad, and a very close to returning Ansu Fati also isn't quite fit enough yet to make the bench. We're very close to getting underway in this game, just under 3 minutes to go before we start. Who will win? We'll see. I feel like we could be getting a heavy Bayern Munich win. It just depends how quickly this Barcelona squad gels. It doesn't really scare me anymore, the Barcelona squad. We know it went through absolute golden years, probably from the last 10 years, you could say, ever since 2028. That's when they kind of went on a downward spiral. But now it's just not as scary as once were. They've got quite a few in the new camp. They've lost a horrific amount of money due to COVID. It does look quite full, the stadium, but not full capacity. To be precise, they've lost €3.3 million per game due to COVID and ticket sales and all that revenue that it brings. €3.3 million a game, not a year, a game. Absolutely crazy. And they go really defensive today. They go with a 5-3-2 or a 3-1-4-2, however you want to see it. It's quite defensive. Will they be able to see out the threat of Bayern Munich? Because they've got a lot of them. They didn't really do as well as they should have last season in the Champions League. They did get to the quarter-final, was beaten quite comfortably in the end, really, by PSG. They got a 3-2 win at the Allianz Arena and then only won 1-0 away. Wasn't as dangerous as they once were 2 seasons ago, where they won the Champions League during lockdown and they were absolutely unbelievable. We have got an all-English set out for the officials. Michael Oliver is the referee. Stuart Burt and Simon Bennett as the linesmen for official Darren England VAR. Stuart Atwell and his assistant VAR is Paul Tierney. I've actually heard, doing some research on the game, like I do, Bayern fans were not happy at the refereeing appointment of Michael Oliver. Apparently he did quite a poor display last season when they played Atletico Madrid in a group stage game. I'm pretty sure that's when it dates back to last season. It could be previous games against Atletico Madrid. I remember them playing Atletico Madrid in a few knockout games. But basically, they're not a big fan of Michael Oliver as a referee. Bayern Munich fans, will he go in his favour today, or will he favour Barcelona? I'm going to find out because we're about to kick off. Imagine if it's 8-2 again. Just imagine this. I remember commentating that game and I was absolutely stunned. Hi, mate. 3-0 to Bayern. I'm going to go 4-1 Bayern. As we're about to kick off in this game, waiting for the referee's whistle of Michael Oliver, and then we'll kick off in this Champions League Matchday 1 group stage game. In Group E, Bayern Munich, I think, are going to kick off. We're just waiting for the referee's whistle here. It will be Bayern Munich to kick off. In Group E, Benfica and Dynamo Kiev are also in this group, so you would favour these two teams to qualify first and second. Which way round it will go, we shall find out. For the first game, we kick off. Lewandowski going back to Upamecano, diagonal long ball forward. Araujo with the interception with his head, and Bayern Munich pick up the throw-in. Alphonso Davies throws it into Lewandowski. Too much of a heavy pass behind him. Out for a throw-in for Barcelona. But if you have a half-decent memory, you might remember the last meeting between these two teams just mentioned in the chat. 8-2 to Bayern Munich. Now, that was over a year ago, around 14 months ago now. Barcelona still really hasn't recovered, I'd say, from that, if I'm going to be completely honest, as Luke de Jong wins a free kick off Upamecano, just pushing him to the ground there, the tall French centre-half. And as I've been waffling, I've missed the chance to put the timer on. So here's a back three for Barcelona. Mate, the byline is different on my telly. It might be. I might have got the positions wrong. Who knows? But that's one. It'll be something like that. As Depay picks it up, sends it through to the right-hand side. Sergio Roberto, he's got a sprint race with Alphonso Davies, and he's slid into the Canadian, conceding the goal kick to Bayern Munich there. Sergio Roberto arguing that it should have been a corner. Both players going for it. Alphonso Davies was definitely going to beat him, but he just came around the left back and just slid into him and kicked it out for a goal kick. Good tackle from Sergio Roberto. Not quite what he would have wanted. He would have rather got a cross in, but he just didn't have the pace to beat Alphonso Davies to it. As Bayern Munich are in possession. Upamecano, signed from RB Leipzig in the summer for a fee of around £38 million. Sane on the left-hand side. It will be Sane on the left and Musiala on the right. Nicolas Soule heads back to Neuer on his 100th Champions League appearance. That does include 2 qualifying appearances, so technically 98 in the Champions League proper. Benjamin Pavard, World Cup winner, on the ball at right back in the Bayern Munich half as they just relax with the possession, and it switched over to Alphonso Davies, chests it down, the number 19, plays forward to Sane, makes a move off the ball. Davies can't be found by Sane, has to head back to Soule. He looks forward, hesitant with the ball, and gets dispossessed by Luke de Jong as he closes him down and causes him to run out of pitch there, Nicolas Soule. Quite poor there from the absolute man-mountain of a centre-back, Nicolas Soule. 6'5", he's huge. Sergio Roberto gives away possession cheap. towards Goretzka. He pulls back Memphis Depay as he tries to keep the ball in Bayern Munich possession. He gives away free kick on the halfway line. Leon Goretzka. From the left-hand side, Eric Garcia. Memphis Depay. Alba, usually quite consistent with possession. He loses out this time, and Garcia has to help out his teammate with a strong slide tackle and win a throw-in as well. Number 24, Eric Garcia, just with the name of Eric on the back of the shirt. No Garcia to be seen. Jordi Alba just a little loose in possession, and his left centre-back had to just help him out there as Luke de Jong, who's had a good start to the game, the former Sevilla striker, well, on loan from Sevilla, wins another throw-in further up the pitch for for Barcelona. As they get a ball over to Araujo on the right-hand side, the Uruguayan, over to Sergio Roberto in the Barcelona half, being pressed back by Bayern Munich. It's now with ter Stegen in the 6-yard area, goes across to Eric Garcia. Thorough pass into Jordi Alba, inside to Pedri. Turns and has to head back to ter Stegen. Right-footed touch and a right-footed pass sprayed along towards Sergio Roberto. Good touchdown, but struggling for options. He goes back to Araujo. Sends it away first time out for a throw-in. Really running out of room there by Barcelona due to Bayern Munich's press. Really getting up the pitch and getting in their face a little bit there, the German champions, who have made some decent signings themselves. Like we say, Upamecano, Marcel Sabitzer come in for £13.7 million. Absolute steal buying the Austrian central midfielder for that price. Alphonso Davies with the throw. Down the line towards Lewandowski, can't keep possession. Sergio Roberto clears down the line towards Luke de Jong, into Frenkie de Jong. Can't keep possession in the Barcelona midfield, but they do win it back with a poor ball back from Alphonso Davies. It's now Frenkie de Jong down the right-hand side, pull back. That is the most obvious foul you'll ever see. Joshua Kimmich will be booked for that. Quite a cynical foul from, even though he's only 26, the very experienced holding midfielder, Joshua Kimmich. He's won 7 trophies at Bayern Munich, 2 with Germany. Like I said, a very cynical foul on the right-hand side there by Joshua Kimmich. Sloppy from Alphonso Davies, trying to play back towards the defence, and then Frenkie de Jong was getting away and he was just brought down by Kimmich, and Memphis Depay on the right will get a cross into the box here. It's a very high line. I doubt they'll score from this, but knowing with the commentator's curse, they'll probably go and score from this now. Depay, it's a great ball in towards the far post. It's flicked away. Always far. As Luke de Jong on the far left goes back towards Jordi Alba. Frenkie de Jong on the halfway. Plays it forward to Busquets. Now back into Frenkie de Jong. Good play from the 2 midfielders. PK scoops it back towards Sergio Roberto as Bayern Munich press. They do beat the press momentarily with Busquets finding the left-footed ball over to Jordi Alba on the left-hand side. He swings one in towards Pedri. Not quite got the height for it, but it's dealt with by Pavard anyway before he even gets towards Pedri. And it'll be a corner kick for Barcelona. Can they score from this early set piece? Barcelona got options in the box. It's an in-swing, a great ball in. It had to be headed away by Pavard, as far as Frenkie de Jong towards the edge of the box. Back it goes to Sergio Roberto. Going to help it back over towards the original taker, Memphis Depay. He's onside. He's one-on-one with Musiala. Works onto his right foot, gets a cross in, headed away by Pavard, back towards Depay. Dealt with by Lewandowski in the right back area. Has to get rid of it and goes forward to Musiala. Holds it up against Jordi Alba, tries to thread it forward, but there's no Bayern Munich shirts forward for him to aim for, and it's back into the possession of Barcelona with Araujo. Busquets swings it round the corner to Sergio Roberto. Great ball from the veteran midfielder, now current captain of Barcelona. They have had to be forced back though in the end to ter Stegen. That's a great ball by Sergio Busquets, but they lose out. Poor ball. Goretzka feeds it in towards Lewandowski, caught late as he went to lay it off into Musiala and wins a free kick. Poor from Barcelona. I think it was Eric Garcia, the man to give it away. Back at where he started, Eric Garcia. No, he was the one who just trod on top of the foot of Lewandowski. Not quite sure who gave the ball away. It might have been a poor kick from ter Stegen, but Eric Garcia could only do as much as give away the free kick in quite a dangerous area. Villarreal are now down behind to Atalanta at home. Chance for a cross. Chance for a shot even if they're really fancying it. But I don't think Kimmich or Sane has it in them to score a free kick from... Oh no, that's quite a perfect range actually. You're 25 yards out. Keeper very much more stood centrally towards the goal. It'll be Sane's left foot to have a dig at this. Right into the wall it goes. It does drop to Kimmich, who puts the ball over the top. Can't quite find Nicolas Soulé. Headed away as far as his centre-back partner, Upamecano. Tries to help it down the line. No one's there. Sergio Roberto can try and see this out for a goal kick, and he will. Bit of a waste there from Bayern Munich. Poor from Sane. You expect better from the German winger. They try and set the attack away quickly. Jordi Alba try to get on a forward kick from ter Stegen. Is cut out in the end, and it's Musiala on the ball in the right back area. Goes back to his goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. As Bayern Munich are back in possession. Canadian Alphonso Davies on the left-hand side. Back he goes to Nicolas Soulé. Did start the first 3 league games and then was dropped to the bench for the RB Leipzig match at the weekend, which they won 4-1. Lucas Hernandez started at left centre-back for that one. Upamecano to Jamal Musiala. Upamecano again. Across to Nicolas Soulé. Davies sees a ball through and he may have just strayed offside there, Lewandowski, but wasn't quite towards the Polish striker in the end, and it's back with Barcelona and ter Stegen. Clips it forward towards the right-hand side. Frankie de Jong flicks it on towards Roberto, who does help it on himself as well, to Memphis Depay. Couldn't hold it up against Nicolas Soulé. Possession back into the feet of Bayern Munich, with Upamecano helping it over towards Benjamin Pavard. Kimmich out wide right to Musiala. Tries to get past Jordi Alba and Busquets, and he does do so very successfully. Helps it on to Kimmich. Reverse ball over the top towards Lewandowski in behind. He gets bundled down in the area. Tries to keep the ball alive. Araujo with good defending in the end and turns it away from Lewandowski. And the free kick goes the other way for Araujo, being held by Lewandowski. Very honest play there from the Polish striker. He's fed in behind beautifully by Kimmich. They let the ball bounce across his body and he just a little nudge sent him off balance. Not a penalty. But with respect to Lewandowski for getting straight up, he's just knocked off balance where he actually couldn't stay up. And then got straight back up and then ended up fouling Araujo, the centre-back for Barcelona. Jordi Alba playing left wing back tonight, inside to Pedri. Nice lifted ball forward to Memphis Depay. Bit of space on the left-hand side here as he's got Luke de Jong in support. 2 Dutchmen linking up front for Barcelona this season. Loses out Depay, but it's won back by Busquets. Got to remember they've got Aguero to come as well. Barcelona, currently injured. A former Manchester City player. Araujo. Back to the keeper ter Stegen, just about releases it as Leroy Sané pressed him very aggressively. Garcia, left-footed clearance down the channel. Luke de Jong can't help it on. Upamecano wins the header only as far as Pedri, nods it into de Jong, gets the return. The youngster Pedri. Inside to de Jong, nice ball, and he tries to slip it through to Depay, gets on it and he holds it up. He's got the run of Luke de Jong in behind. He will try and get there ahead of Pavard. Good slide challenge by the Frenchman to stop the Dutchman getting in behind, but he was offside anyway. Really struggling for the pace there. Luke de Jong, not the quickest to say. I think he's definitely more of a target man anyway. He would have been onside, I think, Alphonso Davies at left back playing him on. Good challenge from Pavard anyway. He wouldn't have resulted in anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. Lewandowski. Pavard. Down the line it goes to Thomas Muller. He's onside for sure. In the final third he goes. In the right wing area. 1-on-1 Very Garcia. Gets into the midfield to Kimmich. Lays it off to Pavard. Down the line it goes again to Musiala. Tries to drift inside. He does so with some great footwork. What play that is. And then even better defending from Garcia. Stopped him right in his tracks. Barcelona need to try and get out their own half here with Pedri going back to Garcia in his 18-yard area. Looks for the switch towards Sergio Roberto at right wing back. Tried to head it inside towards Frankie de Jong, who will be picked up by Goretzka. And Bayern Munich are in possession in a dangerous area in the Barcelona half. Davies. Looks for a lifted ball in behind. Can't find either Goretzka or Sane. Headed away for a throw-in for Alphonso Davies to take by Gerard Piqué. Thrown back quickly to Nicolas Soule. Once more it goes back to Manuel Neuer, whose brother is a referee. Quite interesting. He's a football referee. Don't think he's ever officiated a game of his brother Manuel. Upamecano in the Barcelona half. The number 2, the new centre-back. Pavard lifts it in towards Lewandowski. Lays it into Muller, gets there ahead of De Jong. Looks to get a shot away. Deflects in to the easy region for where ter Stegen can catch. It's actually Leon Goretzka in the end, not Thomas Muller. Shifted onto his right foot, got a shot through the legs of Araujo, lifted off the back of his heel into the hands of ter Stegen. Ter Stegen would have faced Bayern Munich many times. He's faced them 10 times, conceded 22 and kept 3 clean sheets. Some of them would have been for his old club Borussia Mönchengladbach before he joined Barcelona back in 2014. Busquets, the new captain, taking over Lionel Messi. 120th Champions League appearance. It's Pedri into Depay. He's got the run of Jordi Alba in front of him. He feeds it into him and he gets a cross in as well. It's lifted all the way towards Sergio Roberto. Leaning back and swinging with his weak foot. It's never going to end up in a goal. It swung over the bar in the end by Sergio Roberto, but good play from Barcelona. Lifted it in, I think, looking towards Luke de Jong, but it was too far behind for him to try and do anything with it, so it was left. And it was ran onto in the end by Sergio Roberto. Like I said, he was leaning back on his weak foot, never getting towards goal. But the thoughts there, the process, the build-up is there, not quite the finish as of yet for Barcelona, as we're 15 minutes in. Bayern Munich heavily in demand of the possession more than Barcelona are, but not many clear-cut chances for either team as Bayern Munich work from the back and feed Sane. Across it goes to Upamecano as he demands his Bayern Munich team to get forward. He lays it off to Pavard, international teammate. Back aside to Upamecano. Things have slightly calmed down in the midfield, and he then tries to get it rejuvenised there with a ball towards Muller in behind. Piqué picks up the broken pieces and clears. Towards Luke de Jong, again a header inside, but no one's there in the Barcelona midfield to pick it up. Falls to Leroy Sane. Leaves it for Kimmich. Space out wide here for Pavard. He'll work across and he'll lift it. It will be floated, and it's an easy catch for the German. Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Making his 280th Barcelona appearance. He was looking for his 150th clean sheet. Not too bad of numbers for ter Stegen. As he distributes towards the left-hand side, chested down beautifully by Luke de Jong into Depay, but he just flicks it forward hopelessly. No one's even there. And it's straight back into the possession of Bayern Munich just towards the halfway line. Bayern Munich, good start to the season. Drew 1-1 with Gladbach, never a bad result away from home, and then have won to Cologne, Hertha Berlin and RB Leipzig. As they lose out on the left there with Goretzka, but it's intercepted by Alphonso Davies, but it's with his hand, and it will be a throw-in for a free kick for Barcelona. They've also got off to a decent start, 2 wins and a draw. They didn't play at the weekend because they had a game on the Tuesday in the Champions League, which I found slightly strange. You know, England don't do that, Germany don't do that. I don't think any of the clubs do that. Miss their Saturday game because they have a game on Tuesday in the Champions League. But, you know, they've got to have a decent start, beating Sociedad at home and Getafe. But they have had a draw away at Bilbao. Scoring 7, conceding 4. Cleared up the field, and it's brought down again by Luke de Jong. Great striker play here. He had a half-decent start to the game. Plays into Pedri, takes on the turn very beautifully. He's a delicious player to watch, Pedri, as Jordi Alba dinks it in behind again, looking for Luke de Jong. He's never getting anywhere near it. If the ball isn't pinpoint right to de Jong, he's not getting there. He doesn't have the mobility to move 2 yards, and he doesn't have the pace to run onto anything, so they literally have to feed it into him, I think. Manuel Neuer in the 18-yard box has possession. Plays it forward to Goretzka. Pressed by Frankie de Jong. Just about gets it away from the Dutch midfield and gets it to the right back Pavard, who plays it off of Alba and wins the throw-in. Julian Nagelsmann watches on. 34-year-old manager, very, very young, formerly a centre-back before having to end his career due to injuries. Cleared forward by Pavard again. Just no direction or anything on that pass. Will fall all the way over to Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Does have a Champions League himself, the 29-year-old, when they beat Barcelona and when they beat Juventus in the final in 2015 as Memphis Depay has been dispossessed too easily. Goretzka brings it forward. Sane pokes it through in towards Muller. Not a good enough pass. PK can easily get onto the end of it. And they play out from the back. Pedri. Roberto. Can't find Pedri again. Sane picks up the pieces. Runs at the defence. Tackled. Muller. Can't get on it himself. Does fall in the end to Alphonso Davies. Over to Kimmich and across to Pavard. On the edge of the 18-yard box is Goretzka. Over to Pavard again. Good space. He can work across here. He does work across. It's a good cross. He's flicked away by Araujo. Oh, as far as Leroy Sané. Strong right hand from ter Stegen. Keeps it out. Still alive for Bayern Munich. Davies. In towards Goretzka. Too far forward ahead of him. But again, they can't clear it, Barcelona. It'll come right back towards them. Pavard. Oh, it's a poor pass. Intercepted by Frenkie de Jong. The break's on. Through ball. It goes to Depay. He's 1-on-1 with Nicolas Soule. Frenkie de Jong's making a run forward. Decides to find him a little too late. I think he's offside. He swings a ball across. Collected in the end by Manuel Neuer. I think he was onside, de Jong. Well, that's Frenkie de Jong anyway. He looks for Luke de Jong. Couldn't find him with the pass across. I thought he might have just timed his run a bit too late. As Pavard has it. Again, no real big chances for either team yet. We did have a close call there with a shot which had to be saved by ter Stegen from Leroy Sané, but it's a save you expect him to make, but it's still a strong right hand to avoid it hitting the back of the net. This is, in the Champions League, the 10th meeting between the two sides. Barcelona have only got 2 wins, 1 draw, and Bayern Munich have 6 wins. And can they add to that win tally with a ball through by Musiala towards Lewandowski? Too much on it, just about keeps it in and takes away Jordi Alba from the game. Works across, flicked away by Araujo again to the edge, where Kimmich gets it ahead of Alphonso Davies. Great ball over to the right to Lewandowski. Volleys it in, and it's not quite toward Thomas Muller. Easily collected at the near post by ter Stegen, but that ball from Kimmich to feed it and force it to Lewandowski out wide. And if he'd got the right cross in there towards Muller, that could have been a very, very nice goal to watch. What did he even save that with, ter Stegen? It looked like the right hand, but I think it was just his chest or something. That was quite an unorthodox save looking at the replay. Barcelona play out from the back. Jordi Alba. Pedri. Left-footed switch. Oh, it's a great ball from Pedri. What a player. It's now Sergio Roberto. Eric Garcia. Was at Barcelona previously from 2008 to 2017 before making the switch to Manchester, where he got some great coaching and experience at Manchester City. He played 35 times for the team in blue from Manchester. But they lose possession there to try to force it forward again. Goretzka. Out to Pavard. Back to Deo Upamecano. Did leave France in 2015 to join RB Salzburg before doing a 4-year stint at Leipzig, playing 454 times. Upamecano and his stamped himself as one of the most promising centre-backs in the world. Sane loses out to Araujo. Then he also loses out to Sane on the opposite side, out strengthened by the winger, and wins a throw-in as Araujo's touch was too heavy. Alphonso Davies. Still has it. Forced back to Upamecano. Pavard. Sorry if you can hear that. Musiala. Back to Joshua Kimmich in the right back area. Halfway line is Upamecano. Back to Manuel Neuer. Ball slipped through to Goretzka. First time backwards to Nicolas Soule. Davies. Goretzka. Back it goes to Manuel Neuer. We know how good he is with his feet, and we know how good of a sweeper keeper he is, Manuel Neuer. Good left-footed ball. Oh, it's beautifully worked. Lewandowski helps it to, I think that is Kimmich in the right-back area. Back through towards Pavard. Thomas Muller dropping a little bit deeper for the ball, but we know he can find a pass. Through to Kimmich. 1-2. Back with Muller. Across to Goretzka on the left. On the edge of the box. Tries to slot it through. Cleared by PK. Barcelona push out momentarily. But Neuer helps it back out to the right hand side. Great ball into Pavard. Turns. Plays it forward towards Musiala. brought down right through Musiala. Alba went, tried to win the ball, took out the man in the end. It's a free kick for Bayern Munich. As Jordi Alba's gone down, I think, holding his face. Let's have a look. Yeah, Musiala just catching Jordi Alba's face accidentally. Let's have a look. This Sane shot saved. Oh, he deflected and saved by the right hand of ter Stegen and onto his face. So when I said it was unorthodox, it was quite unorthodox from Marc-Andre ter Stegen. But they've got a free kick to deal with. I think they'll just go backwards and just rebuild. Nicolas Soule driving forward, the centre-back, and laying it off into Alphonso Davies. Halfway into the Barcelona half they go, looking for the first goal of this game. Upamecano. Pavard. Many movements ahead of him, but not quite opening up the Barcelona defence as of yet. Kimmich on the halfway, forward to Thomas Muller. Tries to slot it through towards Goretzka in behind, asking too much of him. He was sandwiched by Eric Garcia and Frankie de Jong, and the ball went over all their heads and through to ter Stegen's arms. Rolls it out to Eric Garcia on the left-hand side. Not got many options, but he just slotted it through in the end to Pedri. Nice ball through the gap into de Jong. Laid off into Alba. Audacious switch, trying to find Roberto. Won't win it. Davies wins it only as far as a Barcelona throw-in as they also look to strike first. Araujo into Gerard Piqué. Araujo again. The centre-back all the way behind him to ter Stegen. Garcia. Alba. Back to goal, Luke de Jong. Goes back to Alba. Inside to Pedri. Busquets. Now works it to Piqué on the edge of the 18-yard box for Barcelona. Out towards Roberto. Back to Araujo. Struggling here, Barcelona to get out their own half. Araujo's hit the deck. Then gets back up and plays it forward into Busquets. Brought down by Frankie de Jong. Again, nowhere to go. Pope back to Araujo. Busquets, nowhere to go ahead of him, and he's bundled to the ground by Leon Goretzka. He's not happy with that decision. I think he's just a bit aggressive. A shoulder in the back. Yeah, didn't win any of the ball there. Just completely took out Sergio Busquets in the Barca half, and he'll be the one to take the free kick here. Sergio Busquets, been in the club now for 15 years. Feel like he's been around forever. Sergio Busquets. Depay on the left-hand side. Back towards Jordi Alba in the Barcelona. When the Bayern Munich half. We're now back into the Barcelona half with Gerard Piqué, number 3. One of the many players to take pay cuts to allow Barcelona to afford registering the likes of Eric Garcia, Sergio Aguero as well, alongside Luke de Jong and Memphis Depay, all bought on frees/loan deals. Frankie de Jong can't quite get on the end of that Busquets pass. Sloppy from the veteran midfielder, and it's Kimmich. Slots it through into Muller. Across it goes to the right to Jamal Musiala. In the box, strikes. It's a big block from Piqué. Arrives back towards Musiala, who keeps going. Can he get a shot away? Brought down, no foul. And Barcelona in the end do deal with it. Should have scored there, Musiala, but if it wasn't for a heroic block from Gerard Piqué, Bayern have possession again, though, with Goretzka sliding in to pick off a pass. Then so does Busquets. And Barcelona have it with Memphis Depay. He strides forward. Loads of room here for Sergio Roberto on the right. Gets it in towards him. He's got Alphonso Davies for company. And he's forced all the way back towards Frankie de Jong. Roberto. Back to de Jong. Swept down by Davies, and a free kick it'll be. Referee blows the whistle for it. Jamal Musiala with a chance there. Slotted through by Muller. As he went to pull the trigger across goal. Came through a sliding Gerard Piqué. Depay with another free kick. It's a great swinging ball in. The header's won by Araujo. And from around 10 yards out, his header blazes over the crossbar. Unmarked there, the Uruguayan centre-back. As Ronald Koeman shouts instructions out to his players. It's a great swinging ball in by Depay. He's got a great cross on him. Muller couldn't quite win the header, and it fell to the head of Araujo. And his header wasn't good enough to danger Manuel Neuer's goal. As the ball possession is pretty even, says the stats. Sergio Roberto on the right, fed through by Frenkie de Jong. Heads back towards Pedri. And then across to Garcia. Barcelona applying the pressure this time. Jordi Alba on the left. Cross, blocked by the first man. Falls back, though, in the end, to Eric Garcia. Busquets back into Alba. Short to de Jong. Pickpocketed there by Leon Goretzka. Fairly won, says the referee. Inside to Kimmich it goes, and Bayern back in possession with Alphonso Davies. In the Bayern Munich half. The Canadian, heard this many times probably, but born in a refugee camp, fled Liberia during the Second Civil War, and has now grown to be the player he is now at the age of 20. He's already won a Champions League, and yet to score though in the Champions League. I'm sure that'll be something he wants to tick off his football bucket list. Pavard dinks it, really inaccurate there, gives it away, but then wins it back though after pressuring Frenkie de Jong in the Barcelona half. Kimmich looks to get Barcelona on the back foot here. Leroy Sané on the edge of the box, plays it across to Leon Goretzka. Right-footed dink ball over towards Jamalu Musiala. Both Jordi Alba and Musiala missed the ball, and it will trickle out for a goal kick for Barcelona. Half an hour played, just about. Barcelona 0, Bayern 0. Like I said, not too many great chances, but there has been chances nonetheless. Musiala's block shot by PK. Sané's shot saved by ter Stegen. So they've had a couple shots, but nothing really too worrying. Pedri. Galloping forward is Jordi Alba, and he'll play it along to him. Depay's burst away on the edge of the 18-yard, in the 18-yard box. Ball across, dealt with by Upamecano. All as far as Sergio Busquets. Pedri. Back to PK. Across to Ronald Araujo. Sergio Roberto, poor touch, can be pounced upon by Alphonso Davies. Now Sané. Kimmich. Forward into Leroy Sané. They're outnumbered by him, but they've definitely got the equality to get beyond these Barcelona players. Muller on the edge of the 18. Wants a shot. No, he tries to play it in the box. It will trickle to Sané. Backheels it into Kimmich. Shot blocked again. But there's an offside flag in there on a Bayern Munich player. And free kick for Barcelona. Coming close, Bayern, but not quite having the right intensity, I'd say. Muller had it. Crossed it in quite timidly towards Sané, who touched it on, and then Lewandowski got the last touch, and then that's where the offside flag came from. ter Stegen. Long ball forward towards Luke de Jong over his and Upamecano's head, and it will fall to Manuel Neuer. A big throw to the right back of Benjamin Pavard. Muller. Pavard again. Bayern Munich do have Neuer hitting 100 Champions League appearances. We've got Muller on 126 as well. He's Bayern Munich's all-time leading top appearance maker in the Champions League for Bayern Munich. As Upamecano in the right back area dispossesses Pedri. Kimmich. Pavard. Into Goretzka. Oh, it goes to Lewandowski. Alphonso Davies picks it up in the Barcelona half as they look to cause some damage with this attack. Lewandowski's continuing his run down the left. He'll be fed by Davies, but apparently Lewandowski just strayed offside. Poor from the striker. As Malmo have gone behind to Juventus. Alexandro with the goal. Like they say, who needs Ronaldo? And you've got the likes of Alexandro. Depay struggling to hold it up. He's got no one around him really for support. Joshua Kimmich just controlling the play, dictating the play in the midfield. Goretzka to Sané. Stood up by Araujo, tries to take him on a few step overs. Plays it back in the end towards Goretzka. Finds a space with Kimmich. Back in towards Sane. Kimmich. Out to Goretzka, who brings it down. Bit of a difficult ball to deal with, but he dealt with it well. Kimmich turning down the left-hand side. Davies inside to Goretzka. Lays it off to Kimmich. Forward to Sane. Pokes it to Muller. Great play from Bayern Munich. He decides to go for a long-range strike. It deflects and it's in. The deflection, wrong foot to Stegen, and Bayern Munich take the lead. It's not been quite as frantic as the last meeting between these two teams, as that ended 8-2. There was quite a few goals early on in that one. Not today. Only the one so far, 33 minutes in. It's come from Thomas Muller. Like I said before, he's got the most experience of any Bayern Munich player in this competition of all time. He's fed the ball. Great play from Bayern Munich. They strung some passes together. Decided to hit it. Took a wild deflection on the edge of the 18-yard box off the backside of Eric Garcia. Wrong foots to Stegen. He won't be getting his 115th clean sheet in a Barcelona shirt. Yeah, off the backside. Wrong foots to Stegen. Thomas Muller scores. He won't mind. Bayern Munich are not complaining, and rightly so. And on his 124th official Champions League appearance for Thomas Muller, he gets his 49th goal. Will he hit the 50 mark in the Champions League? We'll find out. But he has given, the most important thing, Bayern Munich the lead. They've regained possession. Goretzka forward to Lewandowski. It's a 3v3 here. Oh, no. Lewandowski through to Sane on the left. Cuts onto his right foot and then back onto his left. He's being blocked by Araujo. I think that's a penalty. But the penalty's not being given. The referee thinks it's coming together, and there's not many complaints from Sane, to be fair. They do have the ball back there with Kimmich. Musiala. Like I said, Muller does have the most appearances with 126, but in terms of actual Champions League matches, excluding qualifying, he's got 124. He's now on 125. He's got 49 goals. Will he hit the 50 mark for the Champions League? I have a sneaky feeling he might. Was there a slice of fortune to that? Of course there was. There was a huge deflection. But like I said, he won't be complaining one little bit. Bayern Munich have the lead. They storm forward again, down the left-hand side with Leroy Sané. Slows down the play and goes into Kimmich. Assessing the options, his football brain working. Sane leaves the Kimmich pass out wide left, thinking Davies is beyond him. He wasn't. Goes all the way out for a Barcelona throw-in. Let's have a look at this potential penalty. Sane tried to get through. Araujo just says, no, get off me. You're not getting through. Not many complaints from Barcelona or from Bayern Munich there. Araujo clears down the right-hand side. Past everyone, but as he cleared it, he was aggressively bundled to the ground. So that shall be a free kick for Barcelona. PK to Alba. Pedri. Frankie de Jong. Now Sergi Roberto. Now it's Stegen. PK. Garcia. Barcelona just have possession in their own half. Again, struggling to get out their own half. They will do here with some nice movement and passing. Busquets. De Jong. Busquets out to Jordi Alba on the left. Bit of room. Good play here from Barcelona. Down the line he goes to Memphis Depay, who we met by Upamecano, who will tackle him fairly and kick it out for a throw-in for Barcelona. Jordi Alba throws it back into Garcia. Jordi Alba again inside to Busquets. Back it goes to Gerard. PK. Did get a goal in the first game of the season for Barcelona against Real Sociedad at home. Every time he's played Bayern Munich 7 times, and he's played all the minutes in those games, including that 8-2 defeat. Coming up to a year ago now. Araujo. Roberto. Into Busquets. They play twice in the international break for Spain. Depay. Luke de Jong works his pace to the left-hand side to Jordi Alba, who's all on his own. Dinks a ball in towards Frankie de Jong, just over his head. And he'll fall all the way over to Alphonso Davies, who's not really being pressured at the minute. He can send it forward towards Lewandowski, deflects last off PK. It'll be a throw-in for Bayern Munich just towards the halfway line. Ronald Koeman has some thinking to do, the 58-year-old Dutch manager. Did win the Spanish Cup last season with Barcelona. Did win 21 as a player, though, trophies. 10 of them came with Barcelona. He won a Champions League for them back in 1991-1992 season against Sampdoria. Ronald Koeman has managed against Bayern Munich twice before in the 2004-2005 Champions League campaign as he was Ajax manager. He drew 2-2 and lost 4-0. Those games being in September and December. So yet to win against Bayern Munich as a manager. Garcia. PK forced back again to Stegen. Over towards Garcia. Forced down the line with a bit of height towards Luke de Jong. Can't win it against Upamecano. There to be won, and it's won by Pavard, going as far as Frankie de Jong, who plays it back to the edge of the 18-yard box with Araujo. Roberto. Araujo on the edge of the 18. It's now to Stegen. Tries to lift the ball towards Busquets. His header does find de Jong. Chested down by Alba. And then back to Garcia. Just about keeping possession here, Barcelona. Eric Garcia did get a red card against Atletico Bilbao in the second game of the season. Depay on the halfway line gets beyond Kimmich. Great strength to get away from him. And he gets away from him a second time. Trying to burst away from Alphonso Davies now. That's not possible. Great challenge from the left back. And Bayern Munich are back in possession. He sprints forward. Great pace from Alphonso Davies. Feeds Kimmich. Looks for the ball towards Lewandowski and he finds him. He'll take it in his stride and play it forward to Musiala. Into Thomas Muller, who's drifted wide right. And then back into Kimmich. Has to go backwards towards Goretzka. Over to Alphonso Davies. Tries to take on Pedri. Plays a backward pass into Nicolas Soule. Over it goes to Benjamin Pavard. Does have a World Cup goal for France. It was a beautiful goal against Argentina. Benjamin Pavard was not part of the France squad for the international break. Had a little bit of an injury, but he's okay now. Alphonso Davies in the final third. Slips it through, looking for Musiala. Too much on it. Gerard Piqué can take over. He's going to take it down the right-hand side towards the right-back area. Chips it up and volleys it away. Down the right-hand side channel. Couldn't be brought down by Depay. Runs out of space. Throw in for Bayern Munich. Julian Nagelsmann isn't happy with something. Not quite sure what that is, because his team are leading. Not by much, but they lead nonetheless, despite being a deflected strike. Lewandowski, poor ball, comes off the head of Pedri and lands to the feet of Sergio Roberto. Forward into Depay, once more into Frankie de Jong. Just takes away Jordi Alba with loads of room here. Crosses it. Helped away by Upamecano in the end, and it will fall back to his keeper, Manuel Neuer. No real pressure from Barcelona. Can I get the team names right, please? Come on, I keep saying Barcelona, it's Bayern Munich. Get them the right way. Some bad memories, though, here for Manuel Neuer previously in the 2014-2015 final when Barcelona won the first leg 3-0 at home. Messi scoring twice, Neymar once. You may remember that iconic goal from Messi where he completely mugged off Jerome Boateng and then chipped it over Manuel Neuer. They did go on, obviously, to win that semi-final, winning the second leg 3-2. And then they beat Juventus in the final as well. Barcelona. Nicolas Soule. Oh, threaded ball through to Muller. Nice. The goal scorer. Getting it to Leroy Sané. Goretzka. Kimmich takes it on the turn. crosses it, far post, Alphonso Davies, touch with his chest, ball into the middle, blocked off by Piqué, cleared by Roberto, deflects off the referee, and the play will be stopped as it hit the referee. Villarreal have equalised at home to Atalanta. Is that goal being given as a goal? Yeah, it's a Muller goal. Even though it took a big deflection off Garcia, it was already heading on target. Piqué does have 4 Champions League to his name. Gerard Piqué. As we're coming towards half time, played 42.5 minutes. We're in the central centre-back position with Gerard Piqué across to Garcia. Not been the greatest of Champions League runs for Barcelona as of late. Round 16 last year, quarter-final season before that, semi-final season before that, quarter-final before that, then quarter-final, then quarter-final before their win against Juventus. Musiala skims Busquets on the right-hand side. It's dangerous. He chops inside past Pedri, then brought down by Busquets, but the referee says no. Possession won back by Busquets. Alba, minute to go of the half. Down the channel it goes towards Depay, runs out of room, runs out of the pitch, and it'll be a throw-in for Bayern Munich. Upamecano will leave the throw-in for Benjamin Pavard. Did lose quite a big figure. Put the echo on there. They did lose quite a big figure, though, in the summer of David Alaba on a free to Real Madrid. But it looks like they have replaced him very nicely with Upamecano. Depay has it back from the throw-in by Bayern Munich. Couldn't keep it. Edge of the 18 with Piqué. Not the greatest halves of football, I'm not going to lie. Not been many clear-cut chances. If there has been a clear-cut, it's gone to Bayern Munich. Sane had a shot saved. I think it was deflected. Pretty easy save, though, for ter Stegen. Musiala was in behind in the 18-yard box, right-hand side. Shot blocked by Piqué. Fantastic blocked as well. And they eventually got the goal after some nice build-up play. Worked it to Muller, who did have a shot. Deflected off Garcia's backside. And then with 10 minutes to go of the half. And that 10 minutes left of that half has already been played. And we're at half-time now. No additional time. Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 1. Like I said, not the greatest of halves of football. I must admit it's been pretty stale. Each team having equal amounts of possession. Barcelona just edging it by the extra 1% possession. But it's not been the most exciting of halves. Like I said, if there's been a chance, it's gone to Bayern Munich. They've had 3 chances. A Sane shot saved. A Musiala shot blocked. But eventually a deflected shot by Muller off Eric Garcia with 10 minutes to go of the half. Means Bayern Munich going at 1-0. Barcelona need to be a little more threatening because they've really not had any clear-cut chances in this half whatsoever. We do go in the break. Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 1. And Group E has started very nicely for the German champions. That is for sure. Let's have a look at the other results in the Champions League tonight so far. Sorry, I just had to read some work that I've got to do for college. Read it now before I forget. Hold on, let me just check some messages. Like I said, I'll be very busy. This Premier League season, this football season. Should have got rid of that. Oh well. Get that back up. I do apologise. I'm very honestly, college, it takes your brain away. So commentaries might be only once every 2 weeks, unfortunately, even though I used to be able to do about 2 every week last year. Things have changed, unfortunately. So yeah, we want 1 every 2 weeks, and if I do seem a bit off on them, it's just because my mind's just a bit busy. But yeah, when I can do them, I shall definitely do them. That is for sure. There we go. Right. I'll rattle through the scores as well in the other games. Let's hope the Man City game tomorrow is better. Yeah, I mean, it's not been the worst game. It's just been a bit boring. It's like both teams have had equal amount of possession, just knocking it about. They've both got in behind a few times. Barcelona not really as dangerous and clear-cut chances. Bayern Munich have had the clear-cut chances. They've had shot blocked, saved, and then when they got a pretty poor shot off from Muller, it would have been easily saved by ter Stegen, but it took a heavy deflection off Garcia, helped it in, and that gives Bayern Munich the lead. Like I said, it's not quite the 8-2 we got in 2020, where Muller did score twice in that fixture. He's got a very good record, Thomas Muller, against Barcelona, actually. He's played them 5 times, now 6 times. He's scored against them 7 times, and he's now scored 5 goals in the last 6 games as well. So, fantastic from Thomas Muller. Got a goal, got 2 goals and an assist against them in the 8-2 win. Right, half time's in. Let's go through the early fixtures. Sevilla 1, RB Leipzig 1. 2 penalties there. 4 penalties given in one half. First time ever in the Champions League. 2 were missed, 1 each there. 1 was scored by Sevilla, 1 was missed by Sevilla, and then 1 was scored by Salzburg, and then 1 was missed by Salzburg. And then the big shock of the Champions League, and it's only took us Matchday 1 to get that. That is Young Boys 2, Manchester United 1. They took the lead early on with Cristiano Ronaldo, and then a second half collapse after an Aaron Wan-Bissaka red card. It means that Young Boys turned it around and got the win against Manchester United. And half time, I've got Lille 0, Wolfsburg 0, Villarreal 1 goals from Trigoros and Remo Friula for Atalanta. That's 1-1. Chelsea stalemate so far with Zenit St. Petersburg so far. Malmo 3-0 down to Juventus. Alexandro Paolo Dybala and Alvaro Morata with goals for the Italian Giants. Game here 0, Barcelona 1 to Bayern Munich, and the other 2 teams in the group, Dynamo Kiev at home to Benfica. That is currently 0-0. My team, my non-league team's currently playing Stockport County. I'm just going to say it now. Can't be bothered hiding the fact who I support. Stockport County in the National League, and we are winning 1-0 to Maidenhead. They have had a red card though, Maidenhead. We are away. If we were at home, I would be there. We're winning 1-0. Very nice to see. Very, very nice to see. Makes a change. That's for sure. Yeah, like I said, in terms of commentaries, I have no idea when the next one's going to be. Unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to be for this season and next season probably. And then we'll have to see what happens after college. But right now, no time at all to do any. This is just lucky that I've stumbled across the time. The next one might be in 3 weeks. It might be in a month. It just depends when I have a slot to do it, if you know what I mean. Let's have a look at the games. Wolves, Brentford, Newcastle, Leeds. Some alright games. Then if you're interested about the Champions League games tomorrow, we have got Besiktas versus Dortmund, one of the early kickoffs, and Sheriff versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Inter Milan welcome Real Madrid. Atletico Madrid against Porto. Club Brugge welcome Lionel Messi and PSG. Liverpool take on AC Milan at Anfield. Manchester City face RB Leipzig at home, and then Sporting Lisbon will take on the mighty Ajax as well. That's all on Wednesday night. Like I said, I would love to talk about the game at half time, but it was pretty boring. Not really many talking points, if we're going to be honest. Like I said, Barcelona shutting down many of the doors for Bayern Munich because they have the 3 at the back, but they did get in behind and spun them a few times, Bayern Munich, but weren't quite as, didn't quite have the penetration that I would expect Bayern Munich to have. But to be fair, Barcelona was defending with bodies on the line, throwing them at the ball, blocking shots, blocking passes, not letting the Bayern Munich players through. Musiala did have a good run before on the right. He was stopped by Busquets. do have Bayern Munich's rival, what do you call it, merchandise, jumper, whatever, a hoodie. You can see, look at that, it's a beauty. You should see the back of it. Let me try and get a picture up of the back of this jumper. That's what makes the jumper. Like I said, it's an absolute beauty of a shirt. I need to try and get it up. They might not have it. There it is. Please tell me they got the back of it. Oh, they do. It's just a thing of beauty. It's actually on offer, 35 quid at the minute. I would highly recommend. Can I just do that? Look at that. That is a beauty. Proper cool. Oh, look at that. Classic football shirts. If you're a small or a medium, 35 quid. Reduced. Get on that. Look at that. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. That's what I'm repping today. Not because Bayern Munich's playing and I want to just annoy any Bayern Munich fans that come in the stream, but it just looks very, very nice, and I saw it on offer, and I was like, that's got my name all over it, I thought. Yeah, the second half will be underway now. It's about 5 minutes time. Hopefully the game picks up in just everything, I think. In just energy level, in just everything. I've got a word in me and I can't think of what it is. It's more enthusiastic from the players. It's like Bayern Munich get to a certain point where they're about to break into the final third and they kind of slow down. Like Sane will be bursting through and then he'll pass it back to like Goretzka or Kimmich and then they'll find the ball out wide. Just run at him, Sane, man. Watched you in the Premier League for years. You were absolutely the best, one of the best at running at fullbacks and mugging them off. Do you know what I mean? Just run at him, but there'll be reasoning why they play it back. But it's just a bit boring as a neutral. Just get the ball forward, lump it up. Hopefully the stream's still okay. Oh, there we go. Thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed. Like I said, I wish I could give you a date of the next commentary, but I can't. I just physically can't. Yeah, I physically can't. I don't know when. I'm just so busy. It is ridiculous. But yeah. I'll definitely try and watch I'll try and watch as much football as possible. I will be watching the football, but it's different watching football and doing commentaries because, like I say, I'm not going to show them, but I've shown them loads of times. I do quite thorough notes on the players. Take about an hour or two now doing them, but finding that time is ridiculous when you've got 3 A levels to study for at the same time. It's a bit heavy. It's a little bit heavy, I must say. But it'll make the commentaries I do now that even better. Just that I'll be looking forward to them a lot more because I don't do them as often. I'll be looking forward to them when I can do them. But yeah, the second half will be underway very shortly. To be fair, I don't look like any of the other games are that exciting. I mean, I know Juventus scored 3 against Malmo, but you would expect that realistically. Let's have a look at the next fixtures then. Who have they got? So the next round of fixtures, Barcelona go to Benfica and Bayern host Dynamo Kiev. So 2 wins you would expect really from both sides, but could maybe see Barcelona getting upset there away at Benfica. Not the easiest of places to go. I watched them a couple of times last season when they played Rangers in the Europa League, and they seemed okay. Nothing special, but a team that could cause danger, and I'm presuming they've improved their team since then. Just reading here, posted an hour ago. Harvey Elliott, the man who got his ankle broke or whatever it was, it was absolutely disgusting. He has had his operation and it was a success. Very great to see. He says, operation was a success. Thank you so much to everyone for your amazing support. The road to recovery starts now. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky. You'll never walk alone. HE67. Great to see. Unbelievable start to the season for Harvey Elliott, and to see him have to come off injured like he did. It was disappointing to see. I'm not even a Liverpool fan. Couldn't be any further from it. I'm not an Everton fan. You would be able to tell from my accent. But, it's great to see he's okay. What about doing an away vlog for your local team? I mean, that is a fantastic idea. But if I was more of a content creator, then I would. Because the difference between everyone on YouTube is a content creator, but I mean in terms of my content isn't really real life stuff. My content and my sole content now, especially with the limited time I've got, is commentaries. Maybe last season before, where I created more content in a way where I do mystery shirts and all that, then I probably would. But to be honest, I just want to enjoy the day out. I don't go on many away days. Which not book counted because it's just hard getting to away days because of how far away the other teams are. So when I can, I just want to enjoy it, soak it all up, enjoy it. Probably have a few words to say at the ref because he gives the wrong decision. And just have a good day. But again, that is a great idea. That it really is. But I just firstly can't be bothered because it's not really my content at this point. It's just doing commentaries, and I just want to enjoy the day. Is Barcelona back out? Bayern Munich are slowly making their way onto the field as well. Thomas Muller just having a conversation there with Michael Oliver. Seems like a light-hearted conversation, whatever they're talking about. The Premier League referee and Thomas Muller, the goal scorer, getting a fist bump as well. Michael Oliver from Leroy Sané. So he used to regularly officiate Leroy Sané's games at Manchester City. I know, had a bit of a laugh there. Sané with Michael Oliver, as they do eventually start to stroll back out onto the pitch. Bayern Munich, they have the one goal advantage on Barcelona, but I'm hoping Barcelona have had a bit of a kick up the backside from Ronald Koeman and they come out with a little bit more aggression and just a little bit more want for the game. I know it's hard when your club is in such a decline like Barcelona is. Without Messi, it's their first campaign in the Champions League without Messi since 2003-2004 season, which, as you can imagine, if you just do the maths, that's quite a lot of years. So it's a change, it's a transition. Will it be a long transition into getting back into success? I think it will be. I think it'll take them a lot of years to get back to what they once were, but everyone has to move on. Nothing lasts forever. So Barcelona have to try and adjust to life without Lionel Messi. Barcelona Kickoff, kicking right to left. Bayern Munich left to right. For this second half, it's Jordi Alba back into Eric Garcia. We're back underway. Muller's the difference so far. Couldn't quite fit his shot into the corner, but it was deflected into the back of the net in the end. Forced back to Neuer. Cleared first time after pressure from Barcelona man. Header worn nicely by PK. Helped back forward though by Goretzka. And then Garcia. Pedri. Lewandowski. Good battle in here. It does fall in the end to Frenkie de Jong. He looks wide right to Sergio Roberto, who gets on the end of it. County have scored 2-0. Stop put guy. Come on, let's go. I knew we'd win away. We always win at home, but we never win away. That's a lie. It's the other way around. We never win at home, we always win away. As Busquets lays into Depay. De Jong. Depay. Back with a assertive pass into Eric Garcia. Forward into Jordi Alba. Pedri's making a run down the left-hand side. He'll get there. No, he won't. Upamecano gets there ahead of him. And he will be dispossessed. No, he won't. Well, he was dispossessed, but he did it through doing a foul there. Pedri on Upamecano. Free kick for Bayern Munich in the right back area. Just got his body across the ball there, Upamecano. Pedri went through him. Free kick Bayern Munich, pretty simple. Upamecano to Benjamin Pavard. Over to Nicolas Soule, like I said, got the nod ahead of Lucas Hernandez for today's game. Did play only about 15 minutes in the 8-2, Nicolas Soule. Came on as a sub to replace Jerome Boateng. That's a poor pass. Back to Barcelona in their own half. But yeah, Nicolas Soule does have some injury issues sometimes. Only the age of 26. Not the quickest because he is so tall and just, quite not large. He's not like just how do you explain it? I can't remember the word. The word lost me, but you'll know what I mean. And I forgot to start the timer, so that's me losing my head. Yeah, I had a long day as well at college. Killer. Losing my mind. Alphonso Davies on the left to take on Roberto. Goes inside to Muller. Does he fancy another strike? He does. It's blocked this time, but away from goal, not into towards goal. Pedri's poor clearance. Falls to Upamecano. Feeds Benjamin Pavard down the right-hand side. Goretzka. Tries to feed the ball through towards Lewandowski. Goal kick. Not quite on the same wavelength there, Lewandowski and Leon Goretzka. Eric Garcia playing out from the back here, Barcelona. Jordi Alba. Down the left-hand side channel. Blocked, though, in the end by Benjamin Pavard as Bayern Munich are pushed up high up the pitch. Jordi Alba, the number 18. Been at the club now since 2012. Did have a stint earlier on in his career in his youth days from 1998 to 2005 before leaving and then going on to the likes of Valencia before returning to his home of Barcelona. Jordi Alba. Did get some good numbers last year, Jordi Alba. 5 goals, 15 assists in 49 appearances in all competitions. Not bad for a left back. PK hurries a clearance. Roberto nods inside to Busquets. Gets onto it and plays it across to Depay. Lets it run across his body. Dummies it. And sees Goretzka away. He's now got Alba in support. Plays it into his path. Gets a cross in. Good header away by Upamecano. Hit from range by Busquets. And it's deflected wide for a corner for Barcelona. It's a hopeful strike from Sergio Busquets to say the least. But, he worked a corner at least. Let's have a look here. Alba with a great cross, but an even better defensive interception than Busquets. Left-footed shot. He was curling towards goal. Muller stuck a right foot out and blocked the shot for a corner in the end. It's going to be taken from the right foot of Pedri. He's got Memphis Depay as a short option if he wants to use it. He'll actually go instead all the way over to Jordi Alba, who will then put a cross in. It deflects into the sky off Alphonso Davies. He does help it back on, though, Alba, but Luke de Jong can't win the ball ahead of Upamecano. He hooks it away, and it'll be retreated by Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who clips it towards Pedri, chested down on the left-hand side, goes inside, finds Busquets, over to de Jong, gets his feet in a bit of a muddle there, and he can't sort out the ball as well as Leroy Sané gets on the end of it and bursts away. It's a great run, slots it into Alphonso Davies, Araujo with a good slide challenge, and surely he'll win a goal kick. He will. Slide tackle, he gives himself a bit of a fist bump to himself as well. Got there, across to Alphonso Davies, big slide tackle, came off Araujo, and then off the left back, Alphonso Davies, who got the last touch and a rightly given goal kick to Barcelona. Just taken with the clearance. Brought down by Luke de Jong, the striker. Played back in towards the left wing back, Jordi Alba, in the Barcelona half. Looks for Sergio Busquets, dispossessed. Oh, referee! Don't think that's a foul. Goretzka put some hard pressure on Busquets, and I think he nicked the ball fairly, in my opinion, but the referee had another option and a different opinion. Busquets looks to try and catch out the Bayern Munich defence here with a ball over to Roberto. Brings it down, gets it down the line towards Pedri. Chases it down, but Upamecano will get there first, and Neuer will clear the ball away. Up towards Muller. Can't win the header on Araujo. Does fall in the end to Joshua Kimmich after being pressured and nearly distracted by Luke de Jong. He will get on the end of it in the end, but then lose it because Kimmich's ball came off Goretzka into the path of the striker, and then his touch was too heavy and invited the interception. Musiala on the right-hand side. I think he will be substituted. Musiala's not quite the impact that new Julian Nagelsmann would have wanted him to have. He did have a chance in the first half to get a goal, but it was very bravely blocked in the end by Piqué, I think it was. Pavard. Over to Jamal Musiala. Inside to Sane. On the edge of the box. Completes a 1-2. He's got a chance here on the left foot. Great save from ter Stegen. Will fall to Lewandowski, who can bring it down. His touch is too poor. Can be brought away by Sergio Roberto to clear for a throw-in. Good chance, though, for Bayern Munich. Sane getting in behind, but stopped by the big stature of ter Stegen. Completed a 1-2 of Lewandowski. Got into the box. Jordi Alba can block the shot, but ter Stegen could with his right foot and avoided Bayern Munich doubling their lead. Thrown into Sane, who's back on the left-hand side now. Falls backwards all the way to Manuel Neuer. He started his career off with a 20-year stint at Schalke during his youth days before making the move to Bayern Munich, now a 35-year-old. Theo Upamecano did win the league last year, but only got the 9 clean sheets Neuer and Bayern Munich in the league, which I think is quite a low number for their standards. Has only one as well this season so far. Goretzka gets on the edge, feeds it through to Muller in the box, tries to feed a pass towards Lewandowski, can't get out of his feet, tackled in the end, and Barcelona living on a knife edge here. They need to try and get the ball forward and out their own half. Oh, so easily dispossessed there, Memphis Depay by Upamecano. Kimmich, though, sloppy in possession. That's a really lazy pass. Depay can pick it up with an interception. Now Araujo, the Uruguayan centre-back. Forced back in the end to ter Stegen in the 6-yard area. Ter Stegen with ball. Oh, it's never going to work, that ball. Picked up by Alphonso Davies. Sane towards Muller. Just about keeps it in his path. Sane back heels it to Muller. Intercepted nicely with a slight challenge from De Jong. Busquets needs to get rid of it. Takes too long on it. Caught late by Muller. Free kick to Barcelona, given by the referee. He's given a lot of decisions against Bayern Munich's liking, and we did say before the game, quoted by fans, that Bayern Munich don't really like Michael Oliver. When he officiated them once against Atletico Madrid, he didn't have the greatest of performances apparently, and they don't like how he's been appointed for this game, but they're leading, so I don't think they'll care at the minute. It's interesting, you might have heard in the news recently, the UEFA president, Seferin, did say and came out and said, I wouldn't mind if Barcelona, Real Madrid and Juventus left the Champions League. Obviously the teams who never left the Super League proposal are clearly not liked in this UEFA competition, but they're still here. They've earned the right to get here, but that Super League stuff is still kind of clogging away in the background. Davies, Kimmich, Sula, Upamecano. Over to Benjamin Pavard. Muller's drifting right to give him an option. He will feed it though into Musiala. Around the corner to Lewandowski. Back into Pavard. Ball through towards Goretzka. Well intercepted by Eric Garcia. It's now Frankie de Jong. Clipped by Pavard. Free kick given and taken quickly. Try to find Memphis Depay in behind. Headed away by Upamecano. Alphonso Davies tucks it inside to Kimmich. Across to Muller, who dropped just slightly deeper for the ball. Tries to feed it through to Musiala, who does get on the end of it in the end. Can't take on Piqué. The loose ball does fall to the feet of Goretzka. Kimmich. Across to Davies on the edge of the box. Strikes, it's blocked, it falls to Jamal Musiala off the post, and it can be prodded home by Lewandowski. He's not offside. The Polski gets his goal. When is he not scoring? Robert Lewandowski. He's an absolute machine in front of goal. He's absolutely ridiculous for Bayern Munich. His stats are unbelievable. He scored again. And when can this man be stopped? Because I don't think he can. Lewandowski with the goal. He got 5 goals in the Champions League last season, which wasn't very many for him. He got 15 in the campaign before that. But on his 97th Champions League appearance, he scored his 74th Champions League goal. 57 of them now coming for Bayern Munich. A shot from Musiala, cannoned off the post, and Araujo, the Uruguayan centre-back, fell asleep. And from 6 yards out, Lewandowski was left to just lift his left foot in front of the ball to guide it into the back of the net. No chance for ter Stegen, who was still recovering from the save, or the attempted save he tried to make off the Musiala shot. Goal from Lewandowski. It was just going to happen. You just knew it was going to happen as well. Did get a goal and an assist in the 8-2 win. He's got a goal in this game so far. It's 56th minute. It's Barcelona 0, Bayern 2. Easy as you like for the German champions. Like I said, not the greatest of goals. They've not scored two fantastic goals. One was a big deflection, and that one was a strike off the post, which is unfortunate for Musiala. It was a very good strike. Cannon off the post, straight to Lewandowski. Open net, 6 yards out. He just doesn't miss, does he? Robert Lewandowski. He's scored in every single game so far for Bayern Munich in this season. That includes all league games and Super Cup games. Got 3 goals and 3 assists in the international break. 335th Bayern Munich appearance. 303 goals. It's absolutely ridiculous stats. And hopefully for Bayern Munich, he can help them onto another successful Champions League campaign under Julian Nagelsmann. I wonder when Julian Nagelsmann will make a change. I think the game's in a lot safer hands now. Oh, Shinesi, I haven't spoken to you in a while. Oh, opinions on Wigan, right. Was that Samuel telling you to ask that? 'Cause that wouldn't surprise me. Or was it just you, Shinesi? Oh, you're doing alright, by the way. I haven't spoken to you in a little bit. But yeah, 58 minutes played. It's Barcelona 0, Bayern 2. They're in cruise control, Bayern. They have been for the whole half. It's Pavard and Muller just have a little bit of a miscommunication of passing. But we're going to get a few Barcelona changes. Look like quite youthful changes. It's going to be a double change. One of the changes is definitely going to be number 11, Yusuf Demir, on loan from Rapid Vienna. Yet to score or assist. He's only got 28 minutes under his belt for Barcelona. That was against Athletic Bilbao in the 1-1 draw. Sergio Busquets will be replaced by number 30, Gavi. It's not Xavi. I'm not being mistaken. I'm not being stupid. That is his name. Gavi. He is 17 years of age, which is quite ridiculous. He did play 3 games for the under-18s of the Spanish team. Was sent off, though, in a 2-2 draw against France. Made his La Liga debut a month after his 17th birthday. Second senior appearance. Great scenes to see. And then Yusuf Demir has also been brought on, and I'm not sure who's replaced. I have a feeling he may have replaced, I don't know, but here's Pedri into Yusuf Demir, or close to him, but the pass wasn't strong enough. Alphonso Davies can intercept and absolutely burst away on that left-hand side. Plays it inside to Sane, try to get it across towards Lewandowski, cut out by Frenkie de Jong. Sorry if the stream's buffering, it says it's buffering for me. Sane wins it back. Goes back to Upamecano on the halfway line. Was all my comedic genius, mate. You know what? I'm proud of you for that. I'm proud for you. I'm proud of you. I bet you're missing my absolute quality banter every morning. Jordi Alba can volley this ball away. This thing is with Barcelona now, it's getting to a point now where they're getting the ball, they're clearing it and just giving it straight back to Bayern Munich. They've got no one up front to hold it up or even get towards it. It's quite painful to watch. Just attack versus defence. Here's Musiala. Lewandowski is into Kimmich. Across it goes to Alphonso Davies. Into Musiala, drifted into the centre of the pitch. Oh, nice intricate passing here. Muller lifts it over towards Musiala. Too much on it. The keeper comes out and collects. Could have been a very sexy goal. Don't know why I said sexy. Don't know why that's just a bit of a mad word to use. I've said it anyway. My head's gone. I'm so tired. I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, it was quite a sexy move, I must say so myself. I'm not gonna lie. Heads this way, heads over here. Thing is, if this game was like 4-4, which I would never expect from any game, let's be honest, I may be a little bit, but it is just Bayern Munich just absolutely dominating. Here's Leroy Sané. Run off the ball by Lewandowski, doesn't use it. Good tackle from Gavi, the 17-year-old midfielder, getting his second senior appearance and clears it down the line. That's not too bad. Yes, it goes straight back to Bayern Munich. What a shock. But, you know, he's getting involved there, Gavi. Still don't know who Demir came on for, to be honest. That's poor from me. Roberto, right wing back. He was brought off. Didn't have the greatest of games. 29 minutes to go in this game. 2-0 to Bayern Munich. 2 scruffy goals, but 2 goals nonetheless. Alphonso Davies takes too long to get rid of the ball. And it's now with Pedri in the Barcelona half. They come forward in their limited numbers. Find space on the right-hand side for Yusuf Demir, on loan from Rapid Vienna. Very youthful Barcelona side at the minute. Tries to dink it in towards Gavi. Intercepted pass by Upamecano. It's now Musiala. Lays it back in towards Goretzka. Then across to Alphonso Davies. And it now releases Lewandowski, but no one's there, so he'll just hold it up. Play it back into Sane. Helps it onto Davies. Back into Sane. Back once more to Kimmich. And across the right-hand side it goes to Pavard. Now, obviously, I want to bring good commentary to kind of get you interested in the game, but I also want to give you honest commentary. This game's boring. I'm not going to lie. It's Lewandowski on the left, cutting in. Try to find a pass through, deflects, and it's a good interception by Jordi Alba with a slide tackle. Ball fall over to the right-hand side in the end. And played back into ter Stegen. Across to Eric Garcia. It's now Pedri in the left wing-back area. Goes back to ter Stegen. Piqué. Lifted ball up towards Luke de Jong. Will never win the header on Nicolas Soule, but his interception does fall to Memphis Depay, who flicks it behind him to Jordi Alba. Depay on the turn. Oh, can't beat Upamecano one-on-one there. Prods it out for a throw-in for Barcelona. Taken quickly by Jordi Alba. Frenkie de Jong into Gerard Piqué. Was known for a little bit of a stint at Manchester United. Played for them 23 times. Scored twice for them, both in the Champions League the goals were. 4-year stint from 2004-2008. Eric Garcia. Piqué into Demir. Back to Araujo, who did fall asleep for the Bayern Munich second goal against Lewandowski. Wasn't ready to deal with the seconds off the post. There's a look for a long ball forward there. Araujo in behind. Goretzka chased it down all the way and was bullied off the ball, knocked off the ball in the end by Gavi. Yeah, just literally went right into his back there. Not needed from Gavi. Bit of an experience there. Free kick to Bayern Munich on the edge of the 18. Upamecano. Bringing it out from the back for Bayern Munich. Leroy Sané back to Tidman Muller. Here it goes. Like I said, I want to give good commentary and make the game exciting when maybe they're not. But like I said, I want to give honest commentary. This game is boring. If I wasn't doing a commentary, I would have turned over to like the Chelsea game or something. Barcelona just need to stop being viewed as this big team with these star players. Because if we're going to be honest, it's just not what they are anymore. They're just not. They were like that without Messi last year. I mean, with Messi last year and with Griezmann, they were kind of being viewed as that. We're now losing Messi and Griezmann. They've just got to be stopped being viewed as this big European heavyweight. They're not. They're a mediocre team. They're not anything special, nothing like anything they used to be. And I feel like, I did pick this game to commentate on because it was Barcelona Bayern Munich. Barcelona, you always want to watch Barcelona, but now it's just not the same. And they've been shocking tonight. They've not really done much at all. I was being quite nice when I said they had a few chances in the first half. They pretty much didn't have any. And they've just been absolutely dominated for the first 20 minutes of the second half. Benjamin Pavard will come off for Lucas Hernandez. Eric Garcia will be replaced for Barcelona by Oscar Mingueza. Had a muscle injury for the first 2 games. Mingueza did feature a little bit in the Olympics. I think they're the changes that have been made so far, the only changes. Oh no, and Luke de Jong, his first game for Barcelona, ends with no goal, rightly so, because he was being a little bit rubbish. He's been replaced by Philippe Coutinho. And I think Coman came on. No, he didn't come on in the end. I think Coman's ready to come on though for Bayern Munich soon. Back on the way with Kimmich. Remember, 5 subs are still allowed, I'm pretty sure, in the Champions League. Goretzka on the left to Davies. Looks like a back 3 for Bayern Munich. Upamecano, Schule and Hernandez as the 3 centre-backs, with Musiala and Alphonso Davies as kind of wing-backs. Pushing more men forward pretty much, just trying to get as many goals as possible. Remember, they've already scored 8 against Barcelona last time out. Muller scoring 2, Coutinho scoring 2, as he had a loan spell, didn't he, a few seasons ago with Bayern Munich. Perisic scored, Gnabry, Kimmich. They're in behind again here on the right side. Muller cuts onto his left foot, works a cross in, and it's been dealt with by Araujo. Brings it down. Pressure not on him at the minute. But you just know your club's in a bit of a decline when you literally go from Messi being your star player one season to then it being Memphis Depay. No disrespect to Memphis Depay, he's a very good player. But when you're Barcelona and he's your standout player after the, iconic players they've had in their time, you can see the downgrade. You can see where it's not quite going right for Barcelona. Here's Coutinho on the left-hand side, drifting inwards. He's going to get the return as well, Philippe Coutinho. Can he score a goal against one of his former clubs? Oh, it's an audacious shot from the left-hand side on the edge of the box. Was looking for the far corner, for the top corner. Was always rising over the crossbar. Stood up, Nicolas Soule one-on-one, shifted it. Got the shot away. Not bad technique. We've seen them go in from Coutinho from that range, but this time it was not to be for the Brazilian winger / attacking midfielder. Bayern Munich back in possession. It's Joshua Kimmich on the ball. Did play 3 times for Germany in the international break as Upamecano gives away a loose pass for a throw-in for Barcelona. Thrown down the line by Coutinho quickly to Depay towards the corner flag. Back to goal. Tries to turn forward and get past Kimmich. Brought to the ground. Goal kick in the end for Bayern Munich. Dealt with well by Joshua Kimmich in the end. Depay just looking a little bit helpless up front. He had a great season last year for Lyon. Played 40 times. Scored 22 times and got 12 assists. As Coman does look like he's stripped and ready, but it's going to be Serge Gnabry to be replaced. It's going to replace Jamal Musiala. Musiala did hit the post before or after then Lewandowski scored. He's looking for Gnabry in behind straight away, collected by ter Stegen. Yeah, Musiala's shot hit the post. Lewandowski finished it. De Jong deep in the midfield for Barcelona. Araujo across to Gerard Piqué. Philippe Coutinho. Pedri. Working it across the right hand side to Oscar Mingueza. De Jong. Trying to find a space forward maybe. Ball over the top in behind for Jordi Alba. Brings it down. Just about gets a cross in. And it's just being caught by Neuer. I think there was a darting run into towards the near post from Coutinho, but didn't quite get anywhere near the ball. And Bayern Munich can try and break now with Alphonso Davies. Enters the Barcelona half. Plays it forward towards Sane. Waiting for the ball. Allowed Oscar Mingueza to intercept the Barcelona right back. Coutinho been a bit of a brighter spark on the left-hand side. Looks like Jordi Alba struggling a little bit here. He might have to come off as he plays a ball around the corner over the top. Brought down by Gavi. Looks to get a cross in. It deflects off of Upamecano, but Gavi was offside. Free kick for Bayern Munich. A great performance from Upamecano against Barcelona, but you do view it as one of those things where it's Barcelona with Luke de Jong and Memphis Depay up front. You know, it's just not as dangerous, is it? It's not as scary, realistically. Looks like Jordi Alba will be okay. He might have overstretched when forcing that cross just momentarily, just moments before. Chelsea have taken the lead. Lukaku scoring again. They've finally broken the deadlock after 70 minutes against Zenit at home. So Upamecano brings it forward for Bayern Munich. Now Serge Gnabry slots it through in behind, and a shot gets away from Goretzka, but it's a poor one. He was sliding towards it. Should have took a touch if he was able to, but tried to hit it first time while trying to slide towards it was never going to work. Depay goes back into PK. Minguiza. Depay. Forward it goes. Misplaced pass. Back to Neuer it goes through Goretzka. Nicolas Soule receives the ball off Lucas Hernandez in the Bayern Munich half as they just relax on possession because there's just no rush at all because Barcelona could not look less like scoring. And Serge Gnabry, the substitute, kicks it out of play. Why has he kicked it out of play? I think it's because Jordi Alba was struggling, and he was struggling. He is going to be brought off as well. He's just overstretched for a cross just before a couple of minutes ago, and Gnabry did the right thing, did the sportsman-like thing, and kicked out of play, allowed Jordi Alba to come off, and he's going to be replaced by Alex Balde Martinez. He is a 17-year-old left-back. This is his senior debut for the club. He's born in Barcelona. He's been at the club since the age of 8, and he gets to make his first team of debut against Bayern Munich in the Champions League at the Nou Camp. Not the worst of times and places to make your debut. Just if Barcelona was winning, it would be a lot nicer, but they're not. As Pedri kicks it back to Neuer to give possession back nicely. Nicely done by Pedri. Upamecano. Back to Neuer. First time ball over to Nicolas Soule, far right. Gets inside to Kimmich. Touch shot taken right out from behind. I think he won the ball though there. I think it was, can't quite see who it was, as Jordi Alba looks so tired and struggling there. One of not many players left in the Barcelona team that have been there during the absolute peak stages of their powers. PK's also left. Busquets is left, yeah. Busquets, PK, maybe Ter Stegen at a push. Other than that, it's all new for Barcelona. Kimmich, 15 minutes to go. Curls one out wide. Gnabry goes inside on the right-hand side to the left. Right-footed pass. Oh, met strongly there, Muller, but fairly, said the referee, and I think he was right to not give a foul there. Now Frenkie de Jong, forced wide right to Demir, towards Memphis Depay, nearly outstrengths Lucas Hernandez, but couldn't quite get on the end of it in the end. Gnabry leaves it for Muller, plays it back in the end to Upamecano. It's been quite an easy night for Michael Oliver, the referee. Worked over to Gnabry, first time touch inside. Muller can't get there. Not quite right at him, and Pedri can get it back for Barcelona. It's now Balde Martinez. PK. Switch the right to Minguiza. Can charge down the right. Got a bit of room in the Bayern Munich half. We'll play a ball across towards Memphis Depay. Cuts out so well by Upamecano. And Neuer has it and forced it to Alphonso Davies. That seems like a great ball from Minguiza towards Depay. Looks like he was going to get on the end of it and have quite an easy finish in the end, but no. Upamecano, not for the first time in this game, was there to cut out all the danger. Kimmich. Soule. Upamecano has had a great game, like I said just before, and he feeds it into Gnabry. Wide it goes to Thomas Muller. Goretzka, left-hand side. Lewandowski's drifted. Tries to poke it inside, and no one's there in a Bayern Munich shirt. Cut out by De Jong. It's to be dealt with by Araujo. He's in the corner flag. He's surrounded. Does about clear it. Out for a throw-in, though, in the end for Barcelona. For Bayern Munich. So loud. Lewandowski. Davies. Poor ball inside. Misdirected. De Jong can take over. Charges into the Bayern Munich half and lays it over to Baldy Martinez on the left. Charging forward, the 17-year-old. Cuts inside. Coutinho on the edge. Fancies a strike. It's blocked by Lucas Hernandez. And will not go for a corner because Neuer's there to avoid that. Sorry, I don't know the barking. I don't know if you can hear it well or not. If you can hear it quite loudly, I do apologise. Lewandowski feeds it through to Gnabry. Oh, he would have been in behind there if he got the touch on the ball, but still ran into his path. Just has to take on Balde Martinez now. Tries to find a ball inside, goes all the way through, avoids many players, and in the end dealt with by Barcelona. Coutinho forward to Memphis Depay. Tries to turn up Upamecano. Can't do so because he's dragged to the ground by Deo Upamecano, and he will be booked by Michael Oliver. Did have a hamstring injury during the international break. Upamecano, so didn't play any international football. Does seem okay now. Just dragged Depay to the ground, didn't let him get beyond him. And Depay has stayed down a little bit, just taking his time. He's had to work a lot harder than he usually should do, Depay, because he pretty much had to play a role of two strikers because Luke de Jong was doing so little up front in terms of movement for Barcelona. In the Barcelona half, Coutinho will take the free kick. Depay's back on his feet. It's now with Gerard Piqué. 12 minutes to go until this game is finally over. Araujo. Over to Gerard Piqué. Balde Martinez. Coutinho 1-2 with Depay. Gets past Deo Upamecano and feeds it through to the left wing back. Balde Martinez, he's striding forward. Needs to get the delivery right. No, blocked off by Lucas Hernandez. Poor. So much youth, though, now in the Barcelona team. They're struggling so bad for the players that they used to have. You know, Gavi's on who's 17. Balde Martinez on who's 17. Yusuf Demir's been brought on, he's 18. You know, they've already got Pedri on who's 18. Araujo's 22. Eric Garcia's only at the age of 20. Such a youthful team with so little experience. Coutinho lets it go from the Pedri pass now into Gavi on the edge of the 18-yard box. Pokes it through. Can they do something here? Coutinho. No, blocked off. Can't do anything. Lucas Hernandez. Back to Neuer. Takes a touch. And one more for good luck. And then releases the ball down the left-hand side where Alphonso Davies will definitely get there in terms of speed ahead of Gavi, the young midfielder. He's done decent though when coming on Gavi, to be fair to him. He's been just thrown into the deep end. If we're going to be honest, it's his second senior appearance. He got his first one against Getafe this season. Upamecano. Back to Neuer. Villarreal have taken the lead against Atalanta. They've done the full comeback. Trigueros and Danjuma falling with Bournemouth with the goals. No other goals anywhere else. Muller in the Barcelona half. They finally go Nicolas Soule with the touch forward, and he's going to look for a pass. He's going to link it up to Muller, who heads it over towards Lewandowski. Can't get there ahead of Ter anticipated the pass from Muller. Or was it Goretzka, sorry. Goretzka, the one he intercepted the ball from. Balde Martinez to Coutinho. Back to De Jong on the halfway line he is. Takes it away from Muller. And across it goes to Mingueza. Back into De Jong. Gavi. De Jong. Across to Piqué. Just about gets the ball released to Balde Martinez. He's going to burst forward with a little bit of speed as well. Get the ball kind of caught in between his touches, and it can be dispossessed by Upamecano. But good positive play, try to get forward as Gavi there. He's a little bit aggressive, you know, the little 17-year-old. Barges Goretzka down again from behind with a bit of a push in the back. And it will be a yellow card in the end for Gavi as Thomas Muller gives Michael Oliver a handshake or, one of them. Oh, it's because he's coming off. I thought he gave it for the yellow there. I was like, that's a bit weird. Clapping each other for a booking. He did like that. But it's because he was coming off. Thomas Muller got the first goal, heavily deflected by Eric Garcia, but a goal nonetheless. It was his 49th in the Champions League, one away from 50. He's going to be replaced by former RB Leipzig captain Marcel Sabitzer, signed for around £13.7 million. Did come on against his former club at the weekend. And also Nikola Sule will be replaced by Josip Stanisic, the young 21-year-old Croatian right back. And also Kingsley Coman will replace Leroy Sané. And there's one more change as well, which I missed. I think Michael Cassance also came on as Depay nearly was brought away there, but a foul on Upamecano by, I think, Depay or Coutinho or whoever, Gavi. Is that going to be a second yellow for Gavi, maybe? Let's have a look. It's a strong challenge. Oh, he's lucky there, Slid right in, got none of the ball and just kicked his leg. He's lucky that's not a second booking there, Gavi. He's only his second senior appearance. He has to be careful, the youngster. He wants to be on for the whole game. Upamecano's okay, though. And there was one more buy-in change there, and I've just missed it. There's 4 going on. So I think he did replace Muller. So Sane, Muller, Musiala, Pavard, and Sularov for Gnabry, Coman, Sabitzer, Lucas Hernandez, and Josip Stanisic. He seems to be favoured. He's featured in every single league game so far for Bayern Munich, the young right back. He's also played 88 minutes against Dortmund in the Super Cup. He only played one first team appearance last year, so he's really come on under Julian Nagelsmann. He's a Croatia under 21 player. Lucas Hernandez. It's a ball over to Gnabry. What a ball. What a switch. Gnabry crosses it towards Lewandowski, well intercepted by Piqué. Falls back to Stanisic. The tall right back. Kimmich into Gnabry. He's onside. Plays it through to Sabitzer. Smashes the side netting from around 6 yards out. Tight angle. Would have done well to score there, the Austrian midfielder, Marcel Sabitzer. Stegen made himself big. Didn't need to make the save, though, in the end. 2-2. Atalanta equalised. Robin Giersens had a great Euros with Germany at left wing back. Here's Demir. Caught in possession. There's no support there for him. Coman slots it through. Gnabry off the post. Can they get another one of those goals where Lewandowski finishes it after it comes off the post? Yes, they can. Smashes it in with the left foot. He's got a brace today against Barcelona. It's going to be a 3-0 defeat. It could even be more. We've still got 5 minutes plus added on time. Lewandowski to score again. The Barcelona players are fuming about something. I'm not sure what it is. But Lewandowski scored again. He got 1 goal in the 8-2 win. He's now got 2 goals in this current 3-0 win they're picking up against Barcelona. He scores when he wants. He does what he wants. He's Poland's number 1 man. It's the 33-year-old Robert Lewandowski. He's scored again. And when will this man stop scoring? Just sloppy in possession. Demir couldn't find a man to pass it to. Coman quickly saw that Gnabry was in. Took it first time, hit the post, the near post. Fell to Lewandowski, who had a bit of a tougher job than last time. Last time it was just a foot out towards the ball to finish it. This time it deflected to him. He had to take a touch, take it round Piqué, and then smash it beyond 3 Barcelona players. It took a deflection into the roof of the net off Araujo. And Lewandowski gets his brace against Barcelona. And it is nothing less than what Bayern Munich deserve. They've been absolutely fantastic tonight. And they are going to pick up the 3 points in Group E to get their campaign off to a flyer of a start. And Alphonso Davies also showing how good he can be as well. I think he was the one who led the press to get the ball back to then score the 3rd goal. Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 3. Lewandowski scores again. It's not 32-0. It's not been that bad. Just the 3. They've won it back here again in the final third. Bayern Munich. Kimmich to Gnabry. Wants a goal. He'll shoot from range. And if we're playing rugby, he's probably got it in between the 2 posts. But we're not. It's gone well over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick for Barcelona. Quite far out there as well. They just seem flat on their feet. They just seem lifeless, Barcelona. The players, the fans, their club is just at a real low. The lowest of the lows the club has ever probably been at in their whole existence since being founded in 1899. They didn't really come too close to winning the league last year. They bought their player that represented them as a club in Lionel Messi, the best that we've ever seen in the world. And, when you lose a player like that, it does usually have some knock-on effects. But then they've also lost Griezmann as well. Aguero they've brought in, but he's not even fit. It's a nightmare for Barcelona, and they could get a goal here, as Upamecano was nearly dispossessed there by Gavi. But Stanisic was there to help clean up crew at the back. Davies across to Goretzka will drive forward in the Bayern half and will enter the Barcelona half. He's got the runners ahead of him. Who will he choose? He'll pick Alphonso Davies. First time cross. It's a wild cross. It'll flow all the way across and to the far right hand side where Sabitzer will play back to Stanisic. Sees the gap to Lewandowski. Tries to play the cross goal. Blocked by PK. Corner kick for Bayern Munich. Will they make it 4? Will they get half the goals they got compared to their last game against Barcelona where they won 8-2, quite historically? This will be their 7th win in 10 Champions League meetings against Barcelona, which is quite incredible. Kimmich crosses it, flicked on, off a Barcelona player into the thankful hands of ter Stegen, who doesn't have to see another ball go into the back of his net yet. And he rolls it out to the edge of the 18-yard box with Pedri. 2 minutes to go plus added on time. Barcelona fans could not want the whistle to come any quicker. To be plainly honest, they had a decent first 10 and so minutes, but since then, they've just been shocking. Bayern Munich just assert their dominance. Too good for Bayern Munich, for Barcelona in every way. And I'm sure they'll get into the last stages of this competition, and Barcelona will probably get knocked out in the round of 16. Because they'll probably get through the group, because they've already got Dynamo Kiev and Benfica to beat. And I presume they would get through that. Because if they were to drop into the Europa League, that would be a serious another low. Like, just a low that would not even be comprehensible to Barcelona fans even last season, to not be in the Champions League and to drop out into the Europa League. But we'll have to see. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. It is only match day 1 of the Champions League. Down the line it goes to Depay. He's put a proper shift in today. Dragged to the ground by Meccano. Not really enough for a foul. Bayern have it back. Scooped away by Goretzka. A slice clearance backwards from Araujo turns into a beautiful pass to PK. It's about Barcelona. Gerard Piqué, the number 3, has to go back to Stegen. 50 seconds left. Presuming there won't be much added on time. Really, I don't think we've had many stoppages, if we're going to be honest. And I don't think anyone else wants the game to continue. I mean, Barcelona fans are devastated. Barcelona players are just looking embarrassed. And I think Barcelona will. I think Bayern Munich will very happily take a 3-0 win at this point and just go home with that. Clean sheet, 3 goals, 3 points. What more do you want? Still unbeaten at the start of the season. I mean, it's not. It would have done quite well to match their highest win of the season. They have won 12-0 this season in the first round of the German Cup. Not a bad way to kickstart your season. And they won 12-0 in the end. Choupo-Moting got 4 goals and 3 assists in that. But they've got 3, and they'll be happy with that. Gnabry can bring it away. Barcelona lose out in the attacking stage of the game. Only the 2 minutes added on. Kimmich gets dispossessed unfairly by Coutinho, says the referee. Free kick for Bayern Munich. I know I keep looking at my phone, but just in case I get any important messages, because my college has been a little bit down recently in terms of like electrics and all that. So if I get told I don't have to go in tomorrow, that'll make my day. Coman. 1-on-1 with Araujo. Goes on the outside, down the byline, pulls it across, no one's there to head it home. He'll be chased down though by Lewandowski, who does keep it in. Back towards Stanisic, edge of the box to Coman. Back to goal, lays it off to Kimmich on the edge, left foot. It's a wild strike. You can tell that's his weaker foot. Well over the crossbar. Goal kick for Barcelona. So close to the end. Bayern Munich have been so dominant. It's been like a training ground game. That's genuinely how I felt like watching it. It's been a training game. Not something I wanted to see. I've seen a decent amount of goals, which I'm happy with. But it's just not really been a great tempo. Bit slow at times, relaxed. And to be fair to Bayern Munich, they've not really had to be that great. I mean, they've not had to put that much effort into the game because it's pretty much been given to them, the result, because Barcelona have been so poor. Just not good enough at the minute at all. Got 15 seconds to go. The game's at a standstill. Demir tries to make something work. Coutinho on the left. Bet you wish that Bayern Munich may have bought him after that loan spell. Pedri over to Oscar Mingueza. We've played the 2 minutes. We're just waiting for the referee's whistle, which we will get at this present moment. It ends Barcelona 0, Bayern Munich 3, and after 3 meetings now against Bayern Munich, Ronald Koeman is yet to get a win against the German Giants. Julian Nagelsmann gets off to a great start in his career as Bayern Munich manager. He's now managed 7 games. They've won 6. They've drew 1. It's an absolutely fantastic start for him. Unbeaten is the way they want to go, and it's the way they've started. Muller got the scoring underway after a deflected strike went into the back of the net off Garcia 10 minutes before the first half. They'd had 2 other chances in that half, so they did deserve to go in at the break. 1-0 to the good. And then in the second half, they just scored a few more goals. Sorry, I got distracted there. PK's demanding some of the players to meet him somewhere. Lewandowski then scored 10 minutes after the start of the second half. Jamal Musiala's shot, cannon off the post in the box, fell to Lewandowski 6 yards out. And he was able to just put his foot out and direct the ball into the back of the net. And then with 5 minutes to go, Lewandowski got his brace in the end. Shot off the post again by Gnabry this time, fell to Lewandowski, went past PK, slammed the ball home, and that's 3-0 to Bayern Munich and a well-deserved win against the Catalonians. PK just demanding everyone clap the fans who have arrived. It's not a full new camp. They can hold an hill up to 100,000 people. Like I said, they've lost so much money with no fans being allowed in. They've been battered again. This reminds me very heavily of the game they lost last season in their group against Juventus. They lost 3-0 at home to Juventus. And that was a very chilling defeat because it's kind of just a big heavyweight kind of putting them aside and just battering them. And it reminds me of that. Bayern Munich really didn't have to get out of second gear today. Pretty simple 3 points. They're great. They're off to a great start in Group E. Barcelona have work to do when they travel to Benfica away next week. Will they be able to get the win? Well, not next week, a couple of weeks. We'll see. Thanks everyone who's watched, like, subscribe. Go through the other results very quickly. So Lille-Wolfsburg is currently 0-0, and I think it'll stay that way. Villarreal ended 2-2 as well. Chelsea did get the 1-0 win against Zenit. 3-0 win for Juventus. 3-0 win for Bayern Munich. And Dynamo Kiev nicked the 3 points against Benfica at home. Mykola Shaparenko in the 93rd minute has got Dynamo Kiev off to a 3-point start. So Benfica and Barcelona will be going into their game in the Matchday 2 pointless. So you get the first points in that game. But for this game, it is the end. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you are new. A Barcelona in transition, a team in despair. They're out of ideas. They're out of world-class players. And it's showing there because when they come up against world-class opposition, they are struggling very badly. Bayern Munich, very easy game for them. 3 goals, 1 for Muller, 2 for Lewandowski. Easy to like. They march on. But for Barcelona, they've got things to worry about. Not just in today's game, but just in their club as a whole. They're declining. They're declining quick. Can they change it around this season? But all we'll know is it might take them longer than 1 season to turn this mess around.